Hello, Blues fans, and welcome back to BlueTube on YouTube, where we will be reviewing the 1-1 draw against Stockport, which has literally just finished. So hopefully, won't say anything too negative, but I'm going to try and be as positive as I can. Ben, we literally just come out to do this. The game literally finished 5 minutes ago. How are you feeling? I know we're both really disappointed with that, aren't we?
Yeah, you've got to give credit to Stockport. I mean, we said in the first half, didn't we, from their press that, tell you what, they're really going ham and tongs at us here. They're gonna run out of steam eventually, but they just didn't. They just kept pushing. But I felt like that come from somewhere in the second half. I think that they could smell blood. I don't know what happened, but we just seemed to fall off the boil, didn't we? It's like we were losing confidence as we went into that second half.
Well, everything seemed to be going our way right from the start. I mean, Barry was unfit. There was a couple of their other first starters that weren't included in the start.
And the fans weren't happy about that, Louis Barry. The Stockport fans were devastated with that.
I just thought it felt really positive for me from right at the start. We got a cracking start, and about 5 minutes, Alfie May scored a cracking goal. And I actually said to you, I can see there being a few goals today, and it feels like I've given it the kiss of death because there just wasn't. 5th minute, Alfie May, wasn't it?
Yeah,
took it really
great
well.
goal.
And we had some, a little bit of attack. We were passing the ball around nicely. The first half went quite well. And I've noticed on the Facebook, people have been asking, where's Yakiyama again? Wasn't even on the bench. That was like...
Set out a statement there, didn't he?
It was a statement, I thought, from the management. Make of that what you will.
But Scott Wright was there.
It was nice to see Scott Wright coming back, but
was that why?
Possibly. We'll get more on to Scott Wright when he came on in the second half, because it was good to see him fit. So, yeah, that's a positive. But then we might just as well go on to the second half. We did not get started second half for me. I'm going to go through the stats quite quickly, actually, quite early on. If that's all right, I'll get them up, because they're nothing like what we're used to. Now, I know it's been a heavy sort of fixture list, hasn't it, over Christmas. We're just coming into the new year now. So let's start them. Stockport overall, and this might change because it usually does, doesn't it? Because we got it quite early. 53% to Stockport to our 47. We're not used to this.
No.
Our passing wasn't great. Paking Iwata, I thought there was a lot of pressure on them. They were closing us down really quickly. Stockport were well up for this.
That's where you got to give it a bit of credit. But where's our fight like that though? I know that we talk about teams always having us down as a cup final. When are we going to go in the same energy? Once again, I feel like we are really suffering from this. Do I want to say complacency? But there's no other word for it. I feel like there is a problem with the motivation in the squad that's been there all season. There isn't that one opposition that they think, right, we're going to come under the cosh here. Let's really have a good go at them. Yeah. We don't seem to have that.
It's gone. It's gone. We had it. We had that positive feel about what was going on, but I didn't get it today. I didn't feel like I was going to do something today. I did at first. Like I said, I thought it was going to score a hatful after 5 minutes. But that changed. The more it went on, the more I thought, we're struggling here. I thought Jay looked a bit tired.
Jay was getting frustrated.
I think we looked tired. And we're having the same amount of games as anyone else. We're supposed to be a fit team. But let me carry on through. Right, so total shots, 14 to Stockport, 6 to Blues. On target, of which we had 3 on target. They had 5. Off target 2 and 4, obviously. Let's get on to clear cut chances. Blues 2, Stockport 1. Okay. 9 corners they had to our 3. Block shots 1 for Blues, 5 for them. Tackles 1, that was fairly even at 9 apiece, although I'm not going to harp on about referees, but it felt so heavily sided against.
Yeah. The referee, I mean, I hate it more than you, but he had an absolute shocker today, I thought. I don't think he got...
I just don't think we had anything off him.
No.
And some of the soft, like coming together at most for them. They were getting everything.
You'd like to see players given the benefit of the doubt because you like free-flowing football. You like the game to be allowed to flow. But they were hacking us down at times, I thought, and there was nothing doing. But
well, that clump that they've got up front that wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, how he got away with some of the challenges he was making when he pushed Bielik into Allsop.
Real nasty.
For me, that
wasn't
was. I don't like to see yellow cards just dished out, but that was a yellow card. That was. I mean, the guy nearly scored the winner at the end.
it? Yeah.
And he shouldn't have been on the pitch, really, because he could have had 2 yellow cards. And I don't want it to seem like sour grapes, but they really, and this is coming across now, they really frustrated us on the pitch and off. Stockport did, and I think it did feel like they had 12 men with the referee.
Well, they will be thinking now, going away from that, we've just missed out on 2 points there. Because
it feels heavily like 2 points dropped.
hit the post, a clearance off the line. I mean,
Yeah.
we had a chance with Jay Stansfield as well in the second half, where if it was just half a yard was missing from him, because he went down the right hand side and he got so close into the goalkeeper where the angle was really tight. He narrowed it down and he couldn't play that ball across. And you're just thinking, just a few more yards early, if you play that ball across the box, it's a tap in. But
I wanted to. I'd love to be able to go through like some of the passing movements that we made and how close we came. But
when the first half, we had loads of that.
yeah, it was good first half. But the second half, Stockport did their job and did a really good job of it and keeping us out of the game.
Well, they did the high press.
Well, they did, but wasn't our passing awful? It really was.
But that's down to that's going to be a part of the high press as well. But I agree with you.
Even when we had the space, though,
towards
we were
the latter
putting
stages,
so many wayward passes.
At the end of the game, we lost it.
It looked like someone had given them bad news today, and I don't know what's happened, but how many bad days at the offices do we want, and two consecutively? It's concerning. I know it's early, and I don't want to. And I'm going to say it again. I'm going to give myself a bit of a shake-up because I know I'm piling it on here, but we needed to step up today after what happened the other day. With the ball draw, and I really thought, and the way we started scoring earlier on, with May, I really thought, here we go, we are showing, we're making that statement today, and then we just fell apart. We really did. We could have come off that today, 2-1 down, more 3-1 down. There weren't any massive clear-cut chances for us. I look at the way that Davis changed it up. Brought Lyndon Dykes on, who did a bit of running. Didn't latch onto anything. There was a couple of chances. I mean, the commentator was really bigging him up. Oh, he's clear. No, he wasn't. He was nowhere near clear. The bloke had a lot of pressure. They were, clamping us down, and we just didn't look like scoring again. Especially that second half. I can't remember one incident where we looked like we were going to put the ball in the net again.
It's a real Achilles heel at the moment, isn't it? That final third.
It's a struggle, isn't it?
It always has been. And I'm not too sure exactly what the answers are here, because it seems to me, from what I can tell, especially you look at the strikers who we've got in midfield, we've got all of the pieces. Do you think we need to work? What is the answer here? What do you think we need to do?
I think we need to go back to what were we doing at the start of the season. We've got to be mindful of it's a different season now. We're in the middle of winter. It was lovely, hot summer. But we've got to go back to the basics that we were starting with, and what were we doing right then, and sort of start again. Say, lads, we've got this in our back pocket. We know what we're doing. Let's go back to basics. This is the game we play, and have we gone down a bit of like a hole that we need to reverse out of and sort of have a look.
Can I play devil's advocate to this? Are we going over the top a little bit? We've had 2 results, the draws, they're frustrating, but on the grand scheme of things, they're not really.
But it's where it's leading to, isn't it?
It's in the middle of winter. It's it's just the turn of the year. We've had loads of games come real thick and fast in a ridiculously short amount of time. Players are tired. We've had a few injuries. These sorts of things are going to happen.
On the positive side, we've got a point away from home after a heavy, couple of weeks. But when I feel like we had such an opportunity the weekend and today, and we've not taken any of them, and it's almost like we've bowed down to something, because they weren't great today. They had so many decisions. They weren't anything special. They're playing with half a team themselves. We got Odin Bailey, that was like one of their men of the match today. It was nice to see the Blues fans giving him a bit of an applause today, but that's as much as I'm going to say on Odin Bailey.
I am.
I really just thought that we could have stepped up a lot more really, a lot more. Positives, Scott Wright coming back, as we say. Good to see him coming back in. Love to know exactly what was wrong there. He was cagey, obviously. He wasn't going to be like what we saw the last time we saw him out. Because he's just coming back.
I feel like they were thrown into the middle of the fire, to be honest with you, with the way that the game was going. So I'm not going to run away with too much when it comes to their performances off from the bench, and that goes for Leonard and Dykes as well, who I also thought were a little bit cagey. I don't think that they really got to grips with the game, and I think that that's more down to Stockport and how much pressure they were putting on us rather than how poor we were. But then the question is then, well, with a team of our quality, we should be able to match that against what is really a lowly Stockport. So they've just got promoted from, obviously, League 2. So we should be able to go at these guys and get a result. It shouldn't be, oh, they've just hit the post, they've had a clearance off the line, and we've just managed to scrape a 1-1 with them. But it's another point on the board, and we can move on, can't we?
And that's how we need to look at it now, isn't it? Because we'll all wake up feeling maybe a little bit different tomorrow, because we have done this literally at the end of the game when we need to calm down.
Yeah. Emotions are raw.
Haven't even had a brew. So, should we? Yeah, just try and do that now. We've got players coming back in. I mean, we've lost. I still haven't heard an update on what's happening with Lee Buchanan, but that's going to be long term, isn't it? But good to see Cochrane had a good game. That line was all right, but we were given some grief today, weren't we?
You just mentioned about the injury there, Lee Buchanan. We hope that Jay's all right. I think he's fine. He just picked up a little bit of a knock.
He picked up a niggle at the end, didn't he? But we'll wait and see what happens with him on that one.
Hopefully he's all right. It's quite a tough cookie, actually, Jay. Not that I'm going to.
He is. You mentioned that, actually. His strength, he's showing that strength, but leading on from that, because he was going in with these 1-to-1s and some big players against him, and he was coming off on top, wasn't he? But he was 50-50 balls, what I would call a 50-50 ball. The referee was blown up against today, have you noticed?
Yeah,
I was getting so frustrated with some of the decisions. And there was a lot of that today.
Can't do anything about it.
I mentioned who the ref was in the preview, didn't I, last week? But
well, the standard of refereeing, just to finish up on this, because I know you go on about it all the time, it is going to be much worse, isn't it, in these divisions? Isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You've got to expect it. It's just one of them. We're just going to have to ride it out. And I think we can just, to close on this one, we've got a point. We haven't lost. And just keep that positive going. I think we've got EFL Cup and the FA Cup to come up now, haven't we, before we go back to the league? So that is respective fixtures against Swindon and Lincoln. Of course, we'll be looking into those and giving you guys a bit of a preview based on both of them as well. Anything else?
No, but let's try and finish as we mean to go on. So we've got a point away from home today on New Year's Day. We haven't lost, and I know it's a grey notch on the scoreboard. We want to see all the green ones, don't we? But let's move it forward now. We've got a few more gaps coming up. We can start to recover a little bit. Look towards spring. I know it's a long way off. I'm digging. But so hang in there, Blues. Let's not say that Davis is losing the plot yet. Tongue in cheek. Look towards the positives. On to the next game, and then
All right then. You got it all out. You done?
No, not yet. Not yet. It'll come.
You said that last game as well. But in any case, guys, we've got a chance to bounce back real soon, as we are away to Wigan on my birthday, so be sure to get us a present and send it to us. We'll give you the post box. I hope you've had a wonderful New Year's, folks. Please let us know your thoughts on the game in the comments. No need to panic just yet. It's still a good point away from home, as we say. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care, Blue Noses.